as we begin the discussion, we have the popular counselor in Ghana, Reverend Cyril George Lutrot, here with me. Counselor Lutrot, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
How are you?
I'm better. I mean, it's strange to see the face of a man interviewing me. Usually, I'm not too happy when I see hard faces like this, but I'll take it like that. It becomes like a lot of talk. But when you have the feminine touch, you know, they have a lot of good things. So I'll manage you for today. The next time I get opportunity, I'll do with all the fine ladies. Please always tell the producer, give me women, men like this, child. They come with too many hard faces. Come on here, I don't get touching any child that won't try because they say, well, we're all too good. Yeah, first time everywhere, Charlie. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you
to be with you.
You know my Counselor Lutrot. He knows where he's coming from. Why he's saying that?
Oh no, I mean, if you don't know where I'm coming from, it's still me. Those of you think that Imbu glassy, Tokoye, we glassy, Shinji. You know, it's nice to have women around you. It's good. For men, Charlie, there's always a challenge. Roblox face like this, so that but if I want to make you happy, then Charlie, only a walk with it. Imagine I have the lady here. Oh, thank you so much. I'm here. I want to say a big thank you to my clothing line first. I always have to do that. Thank you for bodyline clothing for my suit and my shoes from the right place, Mr. Yom. So thank you for bringing me here.
It's a pleasure having you. How is the family?
The family is better than the last time I saw you. By the grace of God.
The last time you saw me is like about a year.
So my wife is pregnant, which means that we are better off.
Okay, so if you just tune in, you're live on the first talk. The discussion is about beginning. We're looking at job money. It's a sole responsibility of a man. Now, the Bible, the scriptures admonishes, and you know the man to be the head of the family. Others believe that because the Bible says that the man is the head of the family and the man is seen to be the head of the family, and as the Christ is head of the church, so the man is the head of the family. Responsibilities are then expected from the man in all spheres regarding the relationship. But today we want to find out, is that what actually it is? So I want to actually go to Counselor. When we talk about chop money in our setting here, a lot of people think that it should be the sole responsibility of the man.
Well, thank you very much. Let me say a cherished good morning to discerning listeners this morning. You know, the truth is that chop money is not the responsibility of a man, but is the responsibility of a husband.
Okay.
This is where we get it wrong.
Okay.
So you have talking jolly boys who are being demanded to give.
Okay. Okay.
But the demand is on a husband, not a man.
Okay. Okay.
Keep that in your head.
Okay.
Because you see, a lot of us have come to believe that you have to take care of a woman. Take care of a woman. We don't take care of women.
You take care of
You are supposed to take care of a wife.
Okay.
So any woman in your life is disqualified to be taken care of by you as a man.
But how do I, if I am planning to get married to that woman, and we, you know, I have every conviction, I'm so convict, I have in me that yes, this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. Why not? So
this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. Immediately, God calls her by death. Will you be a widower?
No, you go on.
So it means that there's no commitment. You are not even recognized for the funeral. So the right to spend, the right to take care, the right to act is when you are a husband. Not even a baby papa.
But
a baby daddy must take care of the child and not the baby mama.
Okay. Okay. Now
I getting the picture here.
I am getting the picture.
Yes.
I'm getting. So you are saying that then it is not the man. It's actually the responsibility of a husband.
Perfect. So a husband who cannot provide for the wife is a vegetable in a dustbin. No connected na achafo. Because before you have the intuition, the feeling, the mentality to become a husband, then you are ready to be a band with authority.
Okay.
when you are a man, you have no authority over any woman. Because the scriptures put it clear. He told Eve one important thing. And before it even came into existence, something that happened to Adam was Adam first. The first person to submit on earth was Adam. And in the submission of Adam, that is how woman came into existence. Remember, in the original plans of God in creating with effort, women were excluded. It was afterthought. In the alone, all one of man. When they say alone, A-L-O-N-E, the original description in the Greek is that all one. God created Adam all one, thinking that when a woman is embodied in man, man can survive. But when God saw it, that's what Adam said, and now. The Bible says that when God wanted to get Eve out of Adam, he put Adam to what? A deep sleep, submission.
Okay.
So the first person who submitted on earth was not a woman. It was a man. And God took the weakness out of man to create a weak woman. This is why me and you, anytime we see a woman, our weakness is exposed.
now,
do you understand? Based on that analogy,
okay,
you are supposed to take care of what has been taken out of you, but through a particular medium.
Okay.
Which is marriage.
Okay.
So once you marry a woman and make her a wife, scripture says when God brought the curse on earth, he says, woman, as a wife, Eve, for the rest of your life, your desire shall be for who?
Husband.
Oh, did he say husband? You read the Bible. He says your desire shall be for a husband. Yeah. So if you are not married to any guy and your desire is for the guy, if you are not a witch, then you are a fool or you are under a curse, because your desire must be for your husband. And once it's a husband, the Bible says that you will sweat to take care of that woman.
Yeah.
So it is a husband's primary responsibility to take care of a wife.
Okay.
Not a shared co-responsibility. Now,
looking at, let's look at the reality with our setting here. I believe the woman can alternate.
Alternate?
Yes, in a way.
When you say alternate?
In that, yes, we're taking care of the home. You are my wife. The Bible says that the wife is the help.
Is what?
Is a help.
I like that scripture where you are using to, stifle money from the women.
And so, if I am the husband, and my income is not that enough
to take care of the family,
don't
marry in the first place. Be a single person.
We are,
God started the creation not with the husband and wife. He started creation with what? A single person. So
no, but here is the case. Here is the case. I started life. Yes, I started life. I have everything there is to be to take care of a woman.
Then why are you saying that you don't have
enough income? So along the line, on the way issues happen, and I have issues in the house. The woman must in a way alternate.
Let me tell you one of the good things we don't know. This is the original plan of God, that we need a helpmate. You can only need a help when you have enough and need a support. There's no between begging and needing for help. If you walk to me that you want help to pay your fees, and your school fees, for example, 1,000 Ghana, and you have 300 Ghana cedis, you are not in need of a help. You are begging. But you are in need of a help, and your school fees is 1,000 Ghana, and you've paid 700 Ghana, and you want help for 300. Oh my God, you need help. It means that even in help, you are supposed to provide 75%. Remember Christ. When he met the man, he healed the man who was sitting down. What did he do after healing the man? He said what? Rise up and walk. Oh my God. He didn't say bring your hand. So help is not when people are running alternative governance in the home. Any man who is qualified and not to bonquish man will never share utilities, rent, and home running with the wife. Any wife watching me this morning, if you are sharing cost with your husband, rent, utility, feeding, everything, refusing nocturnal activities, don't submit to equality. Submit to authority. So if you tell me that all of a sudden you lost your job, if your husband loses the job, reservoir is connected in such a way that there are times you don't even feel you are running on the reservoir. Because when there's shortage, in my home like this, when there's shortage, people say there's no water for 3 days. I'm not aware. Because I have a very big reservoir. So is marriage. So our dependent is not on the woman. But because I'm running a home myself, all of a sudden when the woman descends to know genuinely I don't have, she comes in not by compulsion. A woman's help must be voluntary. It is not a must. Woman watching me, if your husband loses his job for 6 months and is sitting home, please, at least for the sake of God and Christianity, give him 1 square meal. Let him choose to eat in the morning or the afternoon. After 6 months, when a man is hungry, he looks for something to do. Only lazy men can stay more than 3 months not getting job to do. You have a family.
Counselor, listen. This submission you're making, don't you think you are inciting women to become disrespectful?
Yes.
Become, they feel like, okay, because my husband is not working or things are not going well and I have the means, I mustn't help home.
I'm still coming back to you. I'm repeating what I said, but in a different tone. Let me repeat it again for you to hear. I say, when you live with your wife as a husband, you don't demand for things. They do it voluntarily. So any woman helping you voluntarily, I have no case. But where you don't respect yourself, and you can go to your wife and say that the rent has expired, and you know I'm not working, so go and see the landlord and pay.
Oh, so that is where you are a fish. So that's where you are coming from. That's where you're coming
when your children's school fees have not been paid, and all of a sudden you can go and say, you too, when you pay, it doesn't. I mean, I hear a simple statement now. It is not true. No woman should submit to equality. Submission must come because there is a husband who has authority. This is why a woman's income is not needed to be disclosed to the husband, but a man's income should be disclosed to the wife. Because if your wife knows how much you earn, she can manage you properly than when you're hiding it from her. Any man who every day will wait for the wife's income so they can drop budget for the family is a very stupid man who doesn't deserve to have a wife. Because you don't need that income to add to yours to run the house. My brother, if you earn 20 cedis, run your house on 20 cedis. This is what makes you a husband. So when it comes to providing for the family, it is the sole responsibility of a man. That is why I like that can add it. It says akonhoma. Akonhoma. You either face the nuts and you should be dragged to feed. And men who, I see a lot of men today who, when they are speaking, because they don't have common sense, they say, as for me, all my life is for my children. Any man watching me whose focus is on your children and you have a wife, what? If you have a baby mama and your focus is on the children, I don't have a problem with you. But if you have a wife and your focus is on the children, God will kill you faster, not physically, but you will lose your potency. Let me tell you, brother, if your wife is taking care of the home, God will give her the blessing instead of you, so she becomes the head.
Okay. Councilor Luchurch is saying that God will kill you fast if you are not focusing on taking care of your wife, and there are a lot of issues coming up. He's saying that run your home. Some very salient points coming up. So I'm going for a quick break. When I come back, the discussion will continue. But you can join the conversation on 0501318143 via WhatsApp, or you can call in. But so let's go for this quick break. When we come back, discussion continues.
Fruits play an essential role in the human body system. But have you tried fruits made in an extraordinary way? Then Golden Fruit is here just for you. We have mango roll made from sweet juicy mango, pure, dried, cut and carefully rolled into choice rolls. We have cocoa mango balls, dried fruits, and our fruit bars made with different recipes of dried fruit. Contact us on 0279 848722 or email us on fd.local@bpwag.ch. Golden Fruits, it's tropical, it's sugar free, it's just for you.
Hello and welcome to Pay Global App. Pay Global allows you to send and receive money into your mobile wallet instantly from around the world. It makes money transfer easy, affordable, smooth, and convenient for agents and users. Roaming services are also available globally. So, how to get started? First, you have to download the Pay Global app. Step 1. Open Google Play or Play Store using your Android device. Step 2. Search by typing Pay Global in the Google Play search engine. Step 3. Locate and click on Pay Global and install. Step 4. After installing, tap Open and allow access to complete the process. Now, let's see how to create a new Pay Global account. After opening the Pay Global app, click on New User Account. Complete the registration form with the following information to register your account: phone number, full name, email, date of birth, enter preferred password, and confirm your password. Click on Register Now to register your account. A confirmation code will be sent to you and displayed in the text box. Click Next to complete registration. Visit the nearest GN Momo agent to load your wallet. Contact us for support on email support@payappglobal.com. Pay Global. Total convenience.
Okay, so welcome back from the break. Thank you for staying on. I'm here with Councillor Lutrot, and we're talking about job money. Whose responsibility is it the sole responsibility of a man? And he's saying that it's not actually, it mustn't be the responsibility of a man. It is the responsibility of a husband. And so here we are back from the break. I want to ask Councillor.
I'm sitting here.
How does he see men that they leave the responsibility in the house for the women to handle? Okay, my job is not going well, I am traveling here and there, he's not making provision, and then leave everything on the woman's shoulder to take care of school fees, paying school fees, paying the utility bill, going here and there. When I come back, I'll sort you out. I'm going to work with you when I come back, do this. Well, Councillor,
They are wrong role models for their children and other people's children. Let me tell you, every woman you see who is disrespecting somebody else's husband in the form of a male is as a result of that thing living with them at home. When you live with a thing at home, you disrespect other thing you meet in public. So once a man has refused to show a woman love and authority for her to submit, remember, she will never recognize any other man around. So in case my wife lives a life of taking care of herself in the marriage, when he meets you as a husband, he believes that this is how all husbands behave. So a man who doesn't show a woman that sign that I am in charge, I am the authority here. And look, I tell people, when your children are sacked from school fees, don't let your wife go and pay her later. No. Let the children be sacked from school so that you feel that you need to pay their fees because you lost track of your children going to school to be paid. Next thing, because offer be bulu femo e wo le akegbe ke be school fees appear. If you back tomorrow, trouser no will force to trouser. E work at the school or teacher aneke. But it is good for you, the husband. Walk to the office of the headmaster, headmistress, and you, the father, negotiate on behalf of the children, not your wife.
Now,
Onushi. So I go and tell the headmaster, my son, I have 2 children here, and I think their fees must be paid by the end of the term. Sir, I have some challenge, and I want you to please. I want to ask if there's a way of paying in bits. Every month before the term ends, I'm going to give you 100 Ghana cedis, 200 Ghana cedis. Now, when I do that terms and condition, I'm going to give the money to my wife to go and pay. This authority. It is not right for my wife to go and pay, and every morning, Sikana make do and quality fees me go bo bosia. Enti me catch am patron for am namfin kono ngrofo ha ma adwen. Sika ben enye nyaya ba. You see that foolish man that the wife goes to pay because the wife is trying to avoid a shame and disgrace for the family. Now the wife is asking for the money and he says that enye nyaya ba. Usu tua yechi. Me kwa na me wo won. And you know that sort of silly statement. Is it only my children? Whatever it is. Hey, my brother, my sister. If a woman takes the lead to pay a feast on your behalf, that it is not by your authorization because you're going to pay back. You are going to lose your blessing from God. Let me give you a simple analogy. If somebody sent you product to sell in Ghana, from Europe or anywhere, and you are not able to finish selling the product well, will the person sell you more product?
No.
Only fools will do that. But if you hear that you are taking good care of the product, even before the product gets finished, and they see the sign of the marketing you are doing and the product going, they send you more containers. So when God gives you a wife and you find favor with him and you are taking care of the wife properly, he opens the windows of heaven to bless you for the sake of the woman.
Okay.
So when a woman is taking care of the family, God declines the blessings from a man. And when the man loses the center, the whole country becomes. Look, my brother, let me tell you, and let it be on record from First Digital. Keep it right down. Don't erase this particular thing. GNTV. Let it be there forever that I am saying this. That 12 years to come in Ghana, men will become more useless and stupid in this country because the rate at which we are raising women to become fathers and become owners, we're going to be in big shame. I'm telling you.
What do you think has been the factor? Looking at our culture setting, those times you see the father and the mother going to the farm, working together, and then you see the father goes to the farm, till the land or do whatever they have to do, coming back home. You know, the home is taken care of by the woman. Even though whatever the man has provided through whatever he has done with the farming, and then the woman now is the woman's responsibility to take care of the home. It seems now a lot of us are much career prone, focus, and so we tend to now leave other things for the women to do, and then we creates the room for the women to take the lead.
Unfortunately for us, what you are saying is the original manuscript, and it does not change, and it must not change. The thing is that no man can make a home, including myself. Homes are made by women. No man can make a home. We only make houses. So a house is different from a home.
Okay.
So when you get to my home and my chair bars are dirty, the sitting room is unkept. It's not my fault when I'm married. It's the fault of my wife. If a man who has bad smell, body odor, doesn't dress well, shabbily dressed, doesn't talk well, gets married, and he's still in the same shape with smelly armpits, smelly mouth, tattered clothing, then he didn't marry a woman. He equally found a man equal to him and got married, even though they are not gays. This is to bring to your notice that when a home is being made by a woman, it doesn't mean she is in charge of the life of the man. So women who say that my husband is my firstborn is an error. Never say some in your life. I provide for you to run the home. So I, the man who is the CEO of this particular company, what I do is I determine what I give you, and it is for administration to administer it properly. So why do we say you are taking over? Because listen to me, a man's channel to the children is the wife. That is why any man who is directly connected to the children will lose the children very soon. The children will not have respect for anything at all on earth, including their mother. So for me, as I'm sitting here, let me use one for example. There's nothing my children want that they can come to me and ask. Anytime they cross boundary to ask, then it is an authority from the mother to come. Do you get the picture here? So if the children want anything, they go to the mother. And if the mother want them to come, they come, and the language is, good morning, mommy. Mommy says. You see how it is? Because mommy sent them. So the authority in the house is me. So my son will talk everything she wants to say. Daddy says. He takes something and put daddy says. That is because there's an authority that is coming from mommy. Daddy says don't put this here. Daddy says don't touch the remote. Daddy says. So in the house I am not da. I am daddy. Over the house. The authority is the sign. So how do you come to a home and come and say that the woman is the one who is in charge of the home? Because the man has neglected his responsibility. I'm telling the woman who is watching me, if your husband gives you money to go to the market to buy things and your money is not up to buying salt, cook the food without salt. When he's eating, okay, but don't add salt. And when he's eating, you come and say,
050 131 8143 0501318143. Call me now. Share what is your take on this particular subject. 0501318143. You can also WhatsApp and share your thoughts about this. But Counselor, did he just contradict himself? He's saying that the home is the administration of the home is the responsibility of the woman.
Yes,
and
but the house,
but the house is that is made by the man.
Yes,
but he just said that you, the woman, you must make sure you've taken care of the home.
Yes.
He just said that if he gives you money and you are to cook food, I give my wife's money, and it's not up to, and there is no salt. As the administrator of the home, we expect her to be innovative, to find a way of.
By doing magic and buying salt with what? Prostitution or a shower? She can't share. So there are women who have the money, and whilst you are eating, they come and stand on you. But no, you are ningo yamine. Oh, fair can go. So don't insult a man. Don't curse a man. Let me tell you one of the painful things men are going through, and women should learn this from.
Okay, let me pick this caller from Kwabinya. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, my dear, you're calling from Kwabinya. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine. Welcome to the first show, or the first talk now on GNTV. Go ahead with your submission.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Okay.
I agree with, yeah. I'm having the same problem in the house here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to get connected with counselor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he will put his number out there when the show is about to end. Then you can get connected with him. Okay. Thank you for watching, and thanks for calling.
So you see, as long as women are having this problem, where men have neglected their responsibility as husbands, and women are taking over. Now women are husbands and wives. What example are the children having? So you see, all the bad marriages in this country is as a result of bad homes.
As a result of bad homes. 050131. I have Esther calling from Kumasi. Esther, good morning. Esther, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, please go ahead with your submission.
The person is coming to a no friend or come me. And my Mrs. Prophet. Mrs. Prophet is the end of the day in Kama, a Jumabia will pay it your own. Jumabia will pay your 1 year bus here, or pay account to an obey calculation as well as a coin for Susan the Midnight. And the service remember, Mr. Maya Muya mobile and a home.
Okay. Amen. Nyamisha also, thank you so much for calling. What the caller is actually saying is that virtually everything counselor is saying is true, and he's going through the same problem, the sister as well. And sometimes because of the kind of trading or the kind of work the sister does, she comes home every time the husband is very expectant for accountability to be made to him.
You see how some men are very stupid, and that they give you 2,000 Ghana to start selling food. Okay. And you feed the children from the 2,000 Ghana they are selling food.
Let me pick
when the money is finished, they say, your man get a nash.
Hello, good morning. Kwame Che, you're calling from Adenta. Hello, good morning. Hello, Kwame Che.
Hello, Kwame Che.
Hello. Okay. 0501318143. You can call, share your thought, and share your concern about this particular subject. Counselor is saying that men that are in that realm are not to be called husbands.
They are not. They are not husbands. They are not. And you see, if a man wants, any man watching me, if you are living with a woman, you are unmarried to her, you are living with her, you will never have money to marry her. You will be under a curse. You will suffer. When you die, your ghost will suffer. Nothing will work for you because the blessing in marriage.
Let me come back to you. I have a call online. Hello, Priscilla is calling from Nungwa. Priscilla, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my dear, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Welcome to the first show on GNTV. Your submission.
Please, this issue is really, really killing me. really, I'm going through this issue and it's really killing me right now.
Don't die, my sister. Don't die for a foolish man, please.
Seriously, and even if it comes to the verge of you asking for a separation or something, it's something else.
Why? It's your right, my sister.
Because they're not, with family issues coming in and all that, so you have to stay and just keep quiet.
Oh no, please don't do that. You go to hell.
So how do you go about this?
Wait
issue?
and keep watching. I'll show you how to. I'll show you fast. Don't worry. Keep watching.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for calling from Nungwa. 0501318143. Phone lines are still activated. You can send WhatsApp and we'll read it. You have questions, you can still call and ask questions. Counselor is here and we'll be ready to address. He will put his number out there.
So do you see the picture out there in the country we are in? That women will not see anything
let me pick
good
our
in
last
marriage
caller from
because
Nungwa.
of this vanquish men in town.
Howla, you're calling from
Vegetable
Nungwa.
malls.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, my dear. How are you?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm fine, and welcome to the first show on GNT.
Thank you so much, Councillor Lutrot.
Yes,
How
madam.
are you?
I'm doing better, madam.
I hope you're good.
I'm very good by the grace of my wife.
And I hope God bless you.
Amen.
Because everything you are saying is so true. I haven't been in it, but my religion tells me everything you are saying is true. The man is supposed to be head of the house. And it's exactly what you are telling me. I didn't know you at first, but I heard a lot about you. And people were so dissing you, and I didn't understand. So I just watched your videos, and I realized they didn't understand you. They didn't know what you were saying. But you're really someone from, I don't know, God sent. But everything you are saying is what the world is supposed to listen to. And then I think the world can be a better place if only they'll listen to you and then do what you're saying. So God bless you.
Okay.
And pushes you forward.
Thank you so much for calling. That's where we end our calls, and it's sampling from the calls that came. 90. Let me pick my last caller. The calls are coming so much, but we want to give opportunity to the last caller. Kwame, you calling from Tema. Now finally have a mail. Kwame, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Kwame, you heard Councillor speaking about the subject going on now. What is your take?
Well, there are some I agree with Councillor. There are some I don't agree with Councillor.
Okay, go ahead.
Says that I'm the house, as he said. I know anything about my wife's salary. Is I don't understand. Because if I'm supposed to manage her in the house, I should know everything about her. So what if she's just wasting her money on unnecessary stuff?
Is there any issue of business?
It's my responsibility to keep the
No.
home.
If you say on any source,
the home
wasting.
tight.
Women
So
don't waste.
And aside that, too, should anything go wrong? Should I go broke or something? You know, as you said, if you lose your job and then the kids come home demanding their school fees and all, the woman shouldn't assist in anything. I think it's a wrong move. Trust me, it's a wrong move.
Okay. Thank you, Kwame. Calling all the way from Tema. Okay, so Kwame, you are last caller. We are not picking calls again. You heard Kwame.
Well, Kwame will say it's a wrong move before because people who speak like this, either they have learned the Kotobonquish mentality from their predecessors, or they are sitting home to see that this is what must be done by a woman. I say, if you are interested in the woman's income, you are a vegetable. You are not qualified to be a husband. Because let me tell you one of the good things. I gave you the example of a polytank or any type of reservoir you have. That if you are connected to a reservoir and it's well knitted, there are many a times when there's no water shortage, you don't even know.
Okay, but
because there is connected to flow through it. If you live with a woman so well and be a band over her, it's not your demand to know how much she earns.
Okay.
All of a sudden,
she
bestowed onto you what she has. They can't say, "Obato tua actually one them."
Now,
Jimmy for penny business a two
Councillor. Now wrapping up, my last question to you. Now the Bible says that, and the man and the woman shall become one flesh.
Did you use the word shall?
Yes.
Did you say shall?
They shall
So
become
me and my
one.
wife, even till today, we are not one yet.
So it's a process.
And some are going to die that they are not one. And let me tell you, we only become one when there is submission to authority. No woman should submit to any equality. Any man you are paying rent with, don't submit to her as a husband. Never. The Bible says that wife, submit yourself to your own husband. Hey, have you heard the scripture? My brother, you see, I'm writing a book saying that submission is slavery. Because I heard a lot of women saying that submission is not slavery, submission is not slavery. Submission is slavery. The Bible says, submit yourself to your own husband. It means that when a man is a husband over you, you need to submit. And you cannot submit to somebody who is sharing costs with you. I pay light bill, boy, I pay more. Can you pay whole bill? Can you whole bill? But home more. But give me a piece of me pay and follow. Boo, now
Okay, Counselor, thank you so much. But I have some few messages I just want to read, some WhatsApp messages, then we'll wrap it up here. Good morning. It's funny that I heard that former President Mahama said he is coming again. Ghanaians don't need NDC as a political party to rule the nation again. They should give us a break. My regards to Stephen Team, Kate Jamfua, and Nana B from Sofohima Domi. This message is coming during the headlines, and this one comes from it says that the arrest of Nyantechi by Nanado is very fishy, and I entreat every well-meaning Ghanaian to think about it, because according to Nyantechi in the video, he said he sponsored Nana Addo and the president penciled him for road minister, but he rejected. This one's Kaswa Old Barrier, that is Prekese Kwame, aristocrat. And lots of messages are coming through. Okay, so let me go to some of the messages that came up here. This one is Abigail from Kumasi says, I love this show. I love this show. This one says that, Counselor, hey, Counselor, what are you saying? So you mean if our rent as as a spar and the money I have is on me is not enough, I ask my wife or I ask my
go
wife
to GM Bank for loan.
It's not good.
Go to GM Bank for loan. Your wife is not a bank. Only lazy men borrow money from their wives.
Okay.
And any man who your wife makes a mistake to borrow you money, don't pay back.
Okay, then this one this one is saying that, good morning, I'm really enjoying the show. Counselor is telling the bitter truth from Kwao Seth Tete inside New Ningo. So Seth has agreed with you. Now Emil has agreed with you. And then we have this one from Copper from Winneba says that I agree with Counselor 100%. Taking even your girlfriend will let you lose your respect before her.
Yes.
I have vowed to save and invest
Perfect.
enough before my
do pottery farm, my
God
brother.
bless him.
Don't take off any girlfriend.
And then this one comes, Counselor is an intellect. God bless him. God bless the first show. Thank you too, and God bless you. And so that's how time will permit us on the show. Counselor Lucho, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, but my tradition doesn't allow me to leave the studio like this because I am fully responsible for my comment.
Okay.
I stand by it. I will die for it, regardless of who believes it or not. Because remember, in life, people don't do what you expect them to do, but they do what you expect them
to do.
0277 is the
Okay.
number. 609644 Kahashi Kopeng. Anybody going through any trouble, like my sister who called, that the family said, I will take you out of this mess and you become a good glorified material for the Lord. 0277 60 96 44. Any husband watching me who you are so angry, let your anger generate proper income and take care of your family according to your wages. Stop eating akuvia bolo, semuchi men, vegetable.
Okay.
God will punish you if you don't take care of your wife.
Okay, God will punish you if you don't take care of your wife. That's coming from Counselor Lutrot. And finally, I like this guy. He's awesome. God bless him. Another message coming through. But this is our time will permit us on the first talk, and we're going for a break. The show continues after here. I'm Joseph Nanasapong.
you always keep your money in your wallet.
Hey, Afatogbe.
Afupodo Messi.
Apume.
Yamina Adam was say.
Afume baby.
Share. About money, man. My boom. Hey, what on Kobo? Easy. Yellow car. Easy. That car.
Ah, referee. I'm when you cry.
Oh, maybe you're going.
I'm when you cry. I GM mobile money. Ariaba. Akita afun bafun. I'm not fake baby. So I admire my GM mobile money. A percentage na abanyano. I baby. Maybe here about register now. Star 712 hash. I register here.
Ice. Oh, dear. Obodo Messi. Obodo Messi. Wa form papa. Ya mi sure. Phone should be baby national York.
GN Mobile Money. Total convenience.
In the future, every child, man, woman in every corner of the world will be connected. Anything that you want to know will be available at the snap of a finger. The future brings endless possibilities, but we must never forget who we are, Ghanaians. Now, who is excited about the future?
The future is here. Experience the all-new GN Electronics Smart TV. Experience international quality assembled right here in Ghana. For more information, contact 050-144-9465. GN Electronics. Good quality comes from home.
There's more to life than where one begins, and which is George Weah.
I'm not setting up.
His presidency would mark the first time.
Be a good boy, be a good girl. How did you muster the courage to call Mrs. Indu to tell her we lost or have lost £2 billion?
And still attracts me to Pastor Toby.
You know, all the stories about me and being in business, this was the worst.
Small segment of the first show with me, Abdul Ahmed. As mentioned earlier, we're going to have an extended discussion on the then Techi saga. So the president of the Republic of Ghana yesterday ordered for the arrest of the president of the Ghana Football Association, lawyer President Techi. As of now, lawyer President Techi is not in the country. He's not in town. With me here in the studio is the head of sports for GNTV, Seydou Adamu Asikemela, the Records man. Records, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
So, where are we? Where have you got into now?
Well, I think there's lots of misinformation out there. There's lots of misrepresentation out there, and many of the people who do not really understand what's happening have also waded into the discussion, and it seemed to be muddying the issue. Surprisingly, the energy to which people responded to this communication from the presidency has reduced this one, because many of the issue has now become legal. People have brought in the legal aspects of the discussion, which we may be entering. So at this stage, it's not too clear what's happening. But point also be made is that the president did not order the arrest of the FA president. If you could read the statement from the presidency, it didn't say the president has ordered for his arrest, and that should also be made clear. The statement was to the effect that the president has watched bits and pieces of the video from a NAS investigation.
So based on what you've said, let's make some changes to our timeline now. A press conference was held by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Abu Jinapo. So let's listen to the Deputy Chief of Staff about the press conference that was held yesterday. Let's listen to him.
Mama Kuma Tomiyomo Minya Mekase Ha Meradika Bimamie Yeah
The press, as we are all aware, Tiger Eye, through a celebrated journalist, Mr. Anas, Premier Anas, is advertised a documentary that is yet to be aired into the affairs of the Ghana Football Association. The President of the Republic has had the benefit of viewing aspects of this investigative piece. And in this documentary, the President of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Kusini Adichie, is supposedly seen attempting to use the President's name and that of the Vice President and other senior officials of government to induce supposed potential investors into our country to part with various sums of monies. The President, as a responsible citizen, and indeed and in fact and more particularly as the chief custodian of our laws and enforcer of our laws, has had to consult and evaluate the content of this investigative piece. The President, after these consultations, is fully satisfied that a prima facie basis has been established for criminal investigations to be launched into the conduct of the President of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Kusini Adichie, and any other accomplices that may exist. And therefore, the President has reported this matter to the legally sanctioned and mandated agencies of state, the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service, to commence investigations into this matter. I can confirm that the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service has since launched investigations into this matter. And if I may be specific, in aspects of the crime of defrauding by false pretenses, the investigations is ongoing. We want to assure the Ghanaian people that the President is determined to fight crime, fight corruption, fight influence peddling, fight bribery, and instill discipline, integrity and honesty into our public life. It will not matter your status in society. And this is exactly what we are seeing playing out in respect of this GFA matter. We will entreat countrymen and women to be calm and allow the legally mandated security services to conduct their investigations and conclude those investigations. And let me finally add that the president is absolutely determined to ensure that anybody who is found culpable in these investigations will remain to face the full results of the laws of our country.
Confirming that the CID or the Criminal Investigation Department has launched an investigation into that matter. Yes, he confirmed that indeed. Adamu, you are making a point.
Yes, that's the point I made. The point was that the president watched bits and pieces of the video.
The announced expose.
Yes, that's the point. And he watched that a week ago. For me, I'm not too much fascinated about all that's happening.
Why aren't you fascinated?
No, I have my own opinion on the whole issue. I strongly believe it's I don't know, but I have.
No, share your opinion. Feel free to share your opinion.
But my point is that
yes,
he didn't call for the arrest of the president of the FA. He said
yes,
the president had watched the video and. Based on the evidence he had used from the video, he believed, and after consultation with the relevant state institutions, he believed that a prima facie case could be, and let's underline the word.
Okay.
He said a prima facie case could be.
Okay, so let's get onto the phone line and speak with a legal luminary. We have lawyer Amaleba on the phone line. Lawyer, if you can hear me, good morning. We appreciate your time a lot, and you welcome to the sports segment of the first show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Now, first of all, lawyer, so what can the government do against lawyer or President Kwesi Ntechi based after watching this expose?
Well, that is what they have done. Is to lodge a complaint with the police. If the president or the vice or whoever is mentioned in the video by Nyantechi is concerned. Beyond that, they can't do anything. They have to just wait for the law to take its natural course.
Okay, so the Deputy Chief of Staff did say that the CID has launched an investigation into the matter. If the president of the Ghana Football Association, Nyantechi, is to appear before the CID, would he have access to an attorney?
Well, let me first comment on some statements made by the Deputy Chief of Staff.
Okay.
He had it wrong yesterday when he stated that the government has established a prima facie case against Nyantechi. That is wrong. He's a lawyer, and I didn't expect him to say that. Prima facie case is not established by the executive. It's not established by the president. Indeed, it is the court that establishes a prima facie case. So for it,
you have 1 minute remaining.
It's wrong in law. It is to say that the president has already done the investigations and they have found him guilty of the offense, and so he should now appear before court. That was a wrong statement of the law. What you could say is that they have had the benefit of viewing the video, and they think that there are some issues that they need to report to the police, and they've lodged a complaint, but not to say they have established a prima facie case.
Okay, lawyer, because of time factor. Okay, lawyer, kindly end for me. Yes, it is wrong. All right, so now, Adamu, according to Lawyer Moliver, it was wrong for the Deputy Chief of Staff to have said that the government has established a prima facie case against Lawyer Kwesi Ntechi because the court has the sole right or duty to establish a prima facie case against Nantechi?
That's actually the point I was trying to raise before you raised the lawyer on the phone.
Okay.
I mentioned that the president cannot arrogate himself the powers of the attorney general and cannot become a court or a judge in a court. And so those of our colleagues or those of the commentators who are saying that the president has the power to do all these things, I don't think that's how the law works. The president indeed has an executive power, but he cannot walk into the streets of Makola and say because he has executive power, he can arrest anybody. Like you mentioned, if the presidency had watched the video and felt that there were issues with it, the appropriate thing was to lodge the complaint as any ordinary institution or any ordinary individual, and also move into ensuring that the necessary institution takes up the charge. But for the deputy attorney general to the deputy chief of staff to mention that a prima facie case has been established already, that means the man has already been tried even before proceedings begin. And in this case, if even the president and his vice want to take up the case because they were mentioned, then they would have to appear in court to defend themselves or to make a case. So for me, it's very muddy, not too clear, but we would have a long way to go in this issue.
All right, so it's the sports segment of the first show. The president of the Republic of Ghana yesterday ordered for the arrest, or he has reported Mr. Nantechi to the CID, the Criminal Investigation Department, and according to the Deputy Chief of Staff, the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, has launched an investigation into the matter. Gone by, we've spoken to a private legal practitioner, lawyer Amaliba. He is of the opinion that it was wrong for the Deputy Chief of Staff to have said that the government has established a prima facie case against the president of the Ghana Football Association, basically because the court has the sole mandate to establish a prima facie case against an individual or a citizen. So it was wrong, according to lawyer, a private legal practitioner, lawyer Amaliba. It was wrong for the Deputy Chief of Staff to have uttered or to have stated that government has established indeed a prima facie case against the president of the Republic of Ghana. Now we know Nantechi is the first vice cap. Okay, now lawyer is back. Lawyer, once again, thank you very much for your time. So in this scenario, what could Nantechi also do? Lawyer. Okay, hello lawyer. Thank you very much for your time. So in this case, what could Nantechi also do?
Well, Nantechi is currently out of the jurisdiction.
Sure.
But when he returns, he's entitled to a lawyer of his choice. I presume that he will go to the police station and report himself whilst his lawyer is is accompanying him to the place. So basically, that is what will happen. He would have to go to the police station, or if he's arrested, but he will have his lawyer before him who would assist him in the investigation, in answering the question.
Okay, lawyer, from the legal point of view, the way Anas conducts his investigation, is it against the law?
Well, generally, the principle is that you cannot present an audio recording or a video recording of a person in court when you did not obtain the recording through his consent. So if the recording was done without the consent of the accused person, that could be a basis upon which his lawyers would object to the admission of those videotapes. However, there are some instances where the court has allowed those recordings. So depending on what happens, it may be admitted or it may be rejected.
Okay, the video is yet to be publicly screened. Was it wrong for the president of the Republic of Ghana to have viewed it or previewed it first?
No, there's no law governing that. Somebody has done his work, somebody has done his investigative piece, and decides that I want the president to see it first. That is not backed by law. That is not governed by law. That is discretionary, and that is within his right to do so. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so from legal point of view, could Nantachi win this case at the end of everything, or?
You see, there are much larger issues than just arresting Nantachi. How come that Nantachi could tell investors that he has the president and the vice president in his pocket? How come that Nantachi would tell investors that the president is advanced in age and that most of the time he's forgetful, and that if you are able to get attention actually, then you'll be able to work out some things for the investors. The larger question is, what is the relationship between Nantachi and the president? I am told they are close friends.
You are told?
I am told, yes.
Okay.
Information reaching me after all this.
Okay.
I am told he even sponsored the MPP. So, this is the first time that a citizen is saying that he has influence over the president. Recently, there was a video clip of a Lebanese claiming that he has the president backing him. You also have the cash for seats. So let's look at it from a broader perspective. It is sad for one person to say that I have the presidency in my pocket. And I think that if we give this matter to Shraj, for Shraj to look into it, it will help us as a nation. For one person to capture the presidency is a very serious issue.
So if I understand your point, this matter should be referred to Shraj.
Exactly, for investigations to establish how come Nantachi could say that he has the presidency in his pocket, and what's the relationship between President Nantachi and the president of Ghana. We need to establish all those things. And it is only through Shraj that we can get to the bottom of this matter. Some are saying that the attempt to arrest Nantachi is to harass him, is to calm him down, is to make him become afraid of spilling the beans. And I think that is true. The issues on the tape are very serious matters, and we need to have Shraj investigate these matters.
So, by extension, do you think that corruption is breeding at the presidency?
I am not saying it. I am just trying to point out at things that have happened. This is coming just only after the cash for seat allegation.
Okay.
I'm sure you are in the media. I'm sure you have seen a video recording of a Lebanese engaged in Galamsey who says that he's untouchable because the presidency is behind him. Why is the presidency always dragged into such issues? Why?
Okay.
We need to know.
All right, Lawyer Maliba, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
So that was a legal practitioner, Lawyer Maliba, speaking to us on the Nantachi saga. So according to him, if the video was recorded without the consent, without the permission of Nantachi, it could be said to be wrong. And also, he was asking, or he was charging us to look at the relationship. Is there a correlation, or is there a relationship between Nantachi and the president as well as the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. So Adamu, these are some of the issues raised by the private legal practitioner.
Well, I think they are very legitimate issues, and like I said initially, this is going to be a very long haul of legal discussion that would hit this country, and it's not as easy as just asking the security agencies to investigate into the issue. It also would have to mean that certain issues, including the relationship between the president and the FA president, really the relationship of the ruling party or the governing party and the football association president. But in all, we will look at the effect that this whole discussion is going to have on football, and that would be the major concern. As we speak, there are Premier League matches today, and
it has overshadowed.
It's overshadowed, and there are interesting pairings which should have been previewed, which should have been discussed. But unfortunately, we will dedicate all the air time we have to discuss this very issue.
We know Nantachi to be the first vice president of CAF. Could that affect that position?
Well, it's very difficult at this stage because, like we have all said, nothing has been established yet or found against him. And therefore, CAF and FIFA are private owned or private institutions who may not necessarily want to deal with issues that got to do with nation states. Therefore, his position at CAF, I can assure you, is safe and is intact. Even his position as a GFA president is safe and intact.
Including being a FIFA council member.
Yes, is safe and intact.
All these portfolios are
safe and intact, and cannot be shaken by any of these allegations until maybe he's found guilty. He can still run the FA whilst going to court. Because I have gone through the statutes of the FA. Yesterday evening I spent lots of time, and
I saw it. I saw that on your timeline.
Yes, and I have said that at the prevailing circumstances, there is no law in the statutes of the FA that can remove Kwesi Nantachie. Unless he's been confined and therefore cannot be able to run the office. Other than that, he's still the president of the FA. He's still the first vice president, chairman, or president of CAF, and a FIFA council member.
But what's happening to CAF officials? Because you look at Nantachie's matter, you look at that of Constant Omari and Asa Johansson of Sierra Leone. Why?
Hassan Johansson has been removed, and the new FA president has been installed in Sierra Leone.
What of Constant Omari of DR Congo?
He is still there. He's the second vice for CAF. You see, there are lots of issues to be discussed, especially when it comes to Africa football, and that is the relationship to which the governments of Africa have failed to be able to deal with. In our parts of the world, football is heavily financed by the state. Therefore, we need to be ensured that we have the necessary legislation to run it. There is one legislation that was facilitated in 2011 by in a joint committee of the government of Ghana and FIFA, which is named the Standard Cooperation Agreement. It's rather unfortunate that that document has not been put to use. It's rather unfortunate that we have not been able to properly run that document. For me, if that document is brought to its full use, we wouldn't be having some of these issues, because it gives proper analysis of how the football governing body and the the nation state or the state institution responsible for sport could relate and run well. But unfortunately, we've not worked with that document. So as far as the state continues to sponsor football, as far as the state continues to have access to football, these issues will come. And you know that power, that 5-letter word, is very strong. When people have power, they want to exercise it to its fullest level, and therefore sometimes it becomes a turf war, because the FA president believes that he has some powers, some jurisdictional powers, and therefore must maintain the state institution also wants to. You remember the cases between Kwesi Nantachie and the FA president, or the GFE and Nilan Divanda. Same. So I think, but apart from that, let's be able to also establish the fact that this is not a football matter.
This
is not a football issue. This has nothing to do with football. It's got to do with Kwesi Nantachie as an individual and his relationship with the presidency. Okay. That should be established. Therefore, those of us in the sporting arena would want our names or the name of the game to be disassociated from this issue, so that we can run our game, we can play our game. Today there's Premier League, all right, 13, so and we must protect that league. Okay, so that was Said Adamu as Kimila, the records man, head of sports GNTV. My name is Abdul Ahmed. We're wrapping up on the sports segment of the first show, but some Ghanaians have been speaking about Nantechi's saga. So let's go for street talk.
Hello, good morning. Welcome you to another edition of Street Talk. My name is Eric Kwame Jesse. Last night or yesterday, it was all over in the news that the president of the land, talking about Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, have ordered the arrest of the GFA president, lawyer Kwesi Nyantakyi. Today, Street Talk comes your way from Circle. That is Circle, Kwame Nkrumah Circle, the main street here. We're going to interact with sports-loving fans to ask them exactly what they make of this. Make a day with me since they are all here. Come on, let me quickly introduce my guest here, and then we talk about the arrest or the order from the president of the nation, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that lawyer Kwesi Nyantakyi, the GFA president, must be arrested. Quickly, let me introduce them. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Sir, Mpacho, your first name?
Your firm is Stewart Stevens.
Stewart Stevens. I hope you heard the issue yesterday, the breaking news.
Yes, please.
Okay. Good. Hold on. Good morning, sir.
Fine morning.
Sir, what's your name, sir?
Boy Williams.
Boy Williams. Yeah. Sir, did you hear the news yesterday?
Yes, I heard it.
How did you take that news?
Yeah, it was a laudable decision taken by the president.
That's okay. Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Your name, please?
I'm Bright.
Bright. Did you hear the news yesterday?
Obviously.
Were you surprised? Were you expecting
I'm very surprised.
Wow. Quickly, then let me go back to Mr. Bright. Please join me again. You said you heard the news yesterday.
Yes.
Now, how did you take the news, and what is your take on this particular order by the president?
The decision of the president is excellent. It's splendid, because you see, Nyantakyi dares announced 3 years ago when the judges' issues came out. He said he dares him that he's not corrupt. Now look at this. Now look at it. Nyantakyi now has been the president has ordered that he should be arrested. Why? Because he has been using the name of the president to do dubious things.
Okay, hold on for it. Sir, please join me here too. You also heard the news yesterday. Please face the camera for me. You heard the news yesterday. Please tell me, what do you make of this particular breaking news?
Yes, in fact, I was very, very excited when I heard the news, because his dismissal is long overdue. This is somebody who has dented his image. So, in fact, the decision taken by the president may have nothing to say. In fact, it's a laudable, it's a step to the right direction.
Now, you are saying that his dismissal has been long overdue. Do you think that lawyer Kwesi Nyantakyi has done something that wrong that the whole president should order for his arrest?
Yes, in fact, we'll be hearing rumors upon rumors, but in fact, the man has dented his image. In fact, he's a corrupt type. Anytime he be sacking his vice here and there, it means he himself has been, coming out with, he has been dealing with, he's been championing some fictitious deals. So, in fact, the decision taken by the president, for me, in fact, is a right direction.
Well, he's alleged, not a corrupt person. He's alleged. So quickly, let me go to my man again. Bro, so now the president have ordered for his arrest. Do you think, looking at the rules and regulations governing this country, do you think, one, it's in the right direction, and two, do you think that this order can even do something to lawyer Kwesi Nyantakyi?
Yes, please. The credibility of Nyantakyi is very, very crucial in this matter, because he's the president of the Ghana Football Association, and then issues relating to corruption in Ghana Football Association all lies on behind of Mr. Nyantakyi. He's the man behind all these things. So far as issues of that is concerned, now Nyantakyi will be held responsible for all the dubious means around and then in Ghana Football Association.
But do you think there's a problem in Ghana football?
Yeah, there's big problem. There's my problem.
Tell me one or two problems that you know in Ghana football.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. The problem I'm talking about is that Ghana football, DFA is corrupt. Why am I saying this? We learned that some of the footballers are qualified to play Ghana football, that Ghana Black Stars, but due to some dubious means, they were not able to be elected to be part of Ghana's footballers in Black Star. And then secondly, also qualification for World Cup and other things. You see that there are some players that are behind the scene who are very powerful to play Ghana football, especially Black Star.
Alright, so that was the Street Talk segment with my colleague Eric Kwame Jesse finding out from the populace what they make of the arrest of Kwesi Nyantakyi. It's now time for Morning Trends, and today our focus is going to be on Twitter, as most of the social media platforms have captured what is really trending, that is with Kwesi Nyantakyi. And on Twitter trends this morning, starting from the bottom to number 1, on number 6 we have Arsenal, as they have confirmed Unai Emery as their new manager, as he takes over from long-running manager Arsene Wenger as he hangs his boot. So let's read a few tweets from that. And Arsenal have agreed to appoint 46-year-old Unai Emery as their head coach. That's a tweet coming in from the Premier League. And Sky Sport also tweets Unai Emery will hold his first Arsenal press conference at 2 p.m. this afternoon at the Emirates Sports Stadium. So we are moving away from number 6 spot and taking the number 1 spot on Twitter this morning is Kwesi Nyantakyi or Jinidi on number 1 trends on Twitter. What are you talking about this whole brouhaha? You have spoken on the street, but let's find out what you're tweeting about. Lexus tweets and says, brilliant as ever. Otia J gives a good background on the breaking story. President Akufo-Addo orders the arrest of Ghana Football Association President Kwesi Nyantakyi for defrauding. And Gary L. Smith also tweeted about 16 hours ago, and he broke the news saying President Akufo-Addo orders the arrest of Ghana Football Association President Kwesi Nyantakyi. And Special Prosecutor, I'm asking, is that the real account of Martin Amidu? While he is tweeting and saying, I hear Kwesi Nyantakyi is in Morocco now. We'll be waiting with Patapa and some dancers to sing Akwaba for him when he arrives. Then you can obviously tell this is not the official account of Martin Amidu. KB also tweets, so after 19 years, Kwesi Nyantakyi's cup is finally full. Hey, God never be lefty. Shout out to Anas. Interesting tweets there. And AB also tweets that Kwesi Nyantakyi, I have done nothing untoward to fear Anas's video, and you can see a video there. And I'll read my final tweet before we finally wrap up the first show right here on GNTV. And Romy Rome also tweets just about 15 hours ago and says, I sure say Nana no watch Anas in video finish. Is he say Kwesi Nyantakyi they do that thing no way he say Abele Wabad Demu, and he finalizes it with a laughing emoji. A lot of interesting tweets, people are commenting about it. That is how come our very own Kwesi Nyantakyi finds himself on the number 1 spot on Twitter trends with over 26,000 tweets. What at all are we talking about, and why are we all excited about it? But come June 6th, we all got to find out whose head is going to, run or fall come June 6th. So that wraps it up for Morning Trends, and I've got my man Joseph Nana Sapon as we wrap up the show.
Yeah, I love the tweet. Is that Patapa and who?
Akwaba dancers. They'll be waiting for Kwesi Nyantakyi at the airport. Interesting. Ghanaians, how funny we can be.
Ghana is an interesting place.
But I hope it doesn't end at the funny side. I hope we probe further and find out whoever is guilty faces the,
If he's innocent as well, we find a way of.
But it should be a lesson to all of us to live upright. Diligence and of course integrity is key. That wraps it up for today's show. It's been a packed show. We've brought you great information, great talk. I love that talk with Councillor Manso. Oh my God, great discussion there. And now I have to ask you, you're married. Who do you think has the right or has the responsibility to give chop money at home?
I think.
And don't lie, your wife is watching.
It should be, my wife can tell you, it should be the responsibility of the man. But when the man, there is a challenge, issues may happen. It's all not to speak that the woman should not be helpful in that regard. Yeah, but you, the man, must take the responsibility.
Okay. Okay, don't ask me. Ask me when I get married in some few years to come. But a very big thank you to Accent and Cares for our lovely accessory. I love this neck piece, and you see that brooch on Joseph Nana Sapon. We are back again, same time tomorrow, right here on GNTV. Up next is the branch, not the branch, but before the branch is the Hot Gist with Nellion with your boy Joey Beasy. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.